One second.
Settle down, take your position, assume a meditative seated posture. If you are seated on a bed or a chair, ensure that you have a backrest to support your spine. And if there is no backrest, be aware of the curvature of the spine and keep it straight and raised up. Take a moment to acknowledge the settings in the room and ensure that there's no distraction for next 30 minutes. With the closed eyes, visualize yourself, visualize your seat and the surroundings around you. Try to smell whatever the odor is there. Try to gather the taste in the oral cavity. Try to hear whatever feeble or loud sound is there around you. Or just acknowledge the silence, the outer silence, and the inner silence within. Now, acknowledging your senses, bring your attention to the toes, to the body, to the posture. Feel the seat under your base, the touch of clothes over your body. And now, as you notice the body parts, try to connect to them deeply. Look for feeling and sensation that might be arising. Stay the silent witness and notice the body parts, the emotions that you might be sensing without getting attached to those feeling and sensation. Label them mentally, affirm silently, acknowledge those feeling and sensations and move on addressing the other part, the next part. Adjust the body as necessary to bring in a higher alignment in the posture. Moving on from the toes to the ankle, heel, sole, top part of the feet. Relax your feet completely. And now notice your legs, the shin and calves, crossed nicely, placed comfortably. Folding of the knees, space behind your knees. Gentle stretches by the side of outer thighs, inner thighs, and between the legs. Feel your sit bones, press it well on the base you're sitting on, and lift your spine up. Notice the spine rising up, lengthening. Maintain the curvature in the lower back natural. Do not lean backward or fall forward, stay in center. Now notice your abdominal cavity, relax your abdominal muscles. Notice the chest cavity and relax your shoulders. As you drop your shoulders away from the ears, notice the space between the ears and the shoulders and push your shoulders back. Gain some width in the collarbone region and open up the rib cage further by tucking the shoulder blades deep within you. Acknowledge that extra space and long arms by the side of the torso, elbows soft, palms comfortably placed over the knees. Fix your head over the neck, neck in line with the spine, side of the neck long, relax your throat. And begin to relax your facial muscles, unclench your jaws, release your tongue. Notice the spaces by the side of the lips, between your upper lip and the lower lip. Your chin is parallel to the floor. Release your tongue and begin to relax your cheek, eyes, eyelids, eyebrows, eyelashes, and space around your eyes. Relax your ears, the space behind your ears, earlobe and pinna, your temple, Ease out the space between the brows and iron out the creases on the forehead. Relax all the sides of the head. Feel yourself completely still, comfortable in the posture. Now switch your focus from the outer body to inner body. Look inward and take a moment to scan your arms, legs, spine, chest, round inside. And settle down with a moment in the chest. Observe that gradual rise and fall in the chest. Be with that moment for a few seconds. And now synchronize this movement in the chest with the movement in the breath. So become aware of your own breath. Notice the way you are breathing. Notice the length, depth, and width of your own breath. The breath might be broken or short, long or deep, maybe flowing with a medium pace. Whatever you are experiencing, just acknowledge it without bringing in any judgment. Notice the breath passage, the organs involved, the rise and fall in the chest, opening of the rib cage. Observe every minute detail about the breathing that is happening in you, through you. Now deepen up the breath further. As you inhale, release your abdomen fully like a balloon. And visualize your lungs being filled up, your chest rises up, sternum lifts up. Exhale, begin from the belly as you slowly draw the navel in close to the spine. Notice the top, mid, and bottom lungs being emptied fully through the same passage out from the nostril. Ensure the spine remains straight, and in a very rhythmic manner, you continue to release, expand your belly, and take a full chest breath, full lungs breath. Exhale, initiate from the abdomen and let go. Carry on at your own pace, acknowledging how deep the breaths have become, breath after breath, and how very present and alert you feel simply by observing the breath. The focus begins to build. The inner calm begins to establish, and the presence deepens. Now from here, join your palms together in prayer position. Let's say the initial prayers and you repeat the prayer mentally after me. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Saviryam Karvavahe, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vitvishavahe. Om. Slowly bring your hands down and assume Chin Mudra by joining the tip of the index finger and thumb together. Ensure the spine remains straight, and we begin to breathe yogic breath for Kapalbhati, skull shining practice. Focus more on exhalation. Ensure the pumpings are strong, sharp, and rhythmic without making any movement in the upper body. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Begin to pump. Focus on navel. Hun, 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 to exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hold the breath comfortably. Acknowledge that the breath is voluntarily held inward. Focus is on the space between the brows, and you remain still in a meditative state just for a little while. Keep your eyes closed and focus. Begin to exhale. Very slowly with control, release your belly and take deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Begin. Hun, 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 two, exhale, inhale, exhale. Second deep breath for retention. Inhale, hold the breath and retain and focus. If you see your focus disturbing, bring it back to the point of attention, be there. Now slowly begin to release. Watch the out breath, the drop in the chest, and belly going in close to the spine. Exhale fully, completely. Let go of all the residual breath from the bottom of the lungs. Once done, spine straight and yogic breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And begin. Two, exhale, inhale, exhale, retention breath. Inhale, hold the breath last time. To keep the mind focused, unwavering, you can choose a mantra or silently repeat Om mentally. Begin to breathe out, watch the out breath, continue to exhale long. Visualize the lungs being emptied fully. And when there's nothing more to breathe, with control, release your belly and take deep, long, complete breath in. Stay connected to the breath passage, and the movement in the chest and the abdomen. Few rounds at your own pace, watching the inner silence and the depth of the breath that you've created with the practice. Moving on to Anulom Vilom. Keep your left hand in Chin Mudra, right hand in Vishnu Mudra. We directly move on to 4:8 today. So 4 in, 8 out, and the reverse flow from right nostril to the left nostril. We'll be having some retention rounds with the retention towards the end. Close your right nostril with the right thumb. Let go of the breath completely onto the left side. Ensure the breath is soundless without much of effort or showing exertion on the face. Completely at ease, breathe at the count. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. In right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. In left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, right, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. In right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, left, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Spine straight. In left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, right, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. In right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. In left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, right, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. In right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, left, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. In left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, right, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. In right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, left, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Sit tall. In left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, right, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. In right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Exhale, left, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Bring your hands down. Let go of the breath and begin to inhale deep, long, complete from both the nostrils. This was 6 complete rounds of Anulom Vilom. As you are breathing in and out, ensure you breathe out a little longer than your in breath. Keep the mental count in, like as you're inhaling, count 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you exhale, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was just for the indication. Keep your own mental counts in. And as you are inhaling, towards the end of the in-breath, when the lungs are filled up, notice a natural pause in the breath just before you begin to exhale. And as soon as your exhalation is over, notice a natural pause in the breath towards the end of the breath. As you are into rhythmic breathing, ensuring your exhalation is longer than the inhalation, continue to notice those pauses between the breath. The internal pause at the end of the in-breath, the external pause in the breath on the out-breath. Keep your eyes closed and stay connected to the breath. The mind is the biggest hurdle and it distracts every now and then. Learn to focus and be there. Having taken few rounds of rhythmic breaths at your own pace, let's practice Anulom Vilom with a retention. So keep your left hand in Chin Mudra, right hand in Vishnu. Close your right nostril with the right thumb. Exhale on the left and inhale left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Retain. This is the inner pause. Exhale, right, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Close your nostril and let the breath stay outside. This is external pause. Now release your right, in right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Retain. Antar Kumbhak, inner retention. Focus. Exhale with control on the left. Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Close your nostril and watch the external kumbhak that perhaps you have experienced while breathing your own natural breaths. Now release your left and inhale left. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Retain. You're retaining breath 2 times, once after the inhalation, once other time after the exhalation. Exhale, right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Close your nostrils and let the breath stay outside. Release your right, in right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Retain. Antar Kumbhak. Focus. Exhale left, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Lock both the nostrils, let the breath remain suspended outside. Release your left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Retain, internal Kumbhak, Antar Kumbhak. Exhale right, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Close the nostril, let the breath stay outside. Bahir Kumbhak. Release your right, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Retain. Exhale left, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Lock both the nostrils, retain. Release your left, in left, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Retain. Last round. Exhale right, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Retain. Release your right, inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Retain. Exhale left, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6, Om 7, Om 8. Bring your hands down. This was just a small exercise, 4 rounds, for you to experience the internal kumbhak that we had been doing. And today I introduce Bahir Kumbhak also. Now slip back to your yogic breath's natural rhythm and again begin to tap on the space in the natural pauses between the breath. Lot many things to observe: the expansion of the belly, the rise in the chest, the filling of the lungs, and holding the breath for a little while. As you exhale, you notice the drop in the chest, out breath, and belly going close to the spine, and hold the breath externally. Instead of trying hard to hold the breath inward and outward, just if you begin to notice those pauses, it expands by itself. Needless to say that your in breath has to be longer than your out breath has to be longer than your in breath. You can begin the practice with equal counts and taking it forward by increasing the numbers. Always regulate the practice as per your convenience and comfort. And you will slowly notice the lung capacity expanding, breath deepening, and the subsequent benefits of deep breaths in your overall well being. Now let's do Brahmari 3 rounds before we end the practice. So sitting straight, close your ears by inserting the thumb on the other side and gently place your forefingers over the eyes. Ensure not to crush your fingers over the eyes. Take a deep breath from both the nostrils. Fill your lungs up. As you exhale, try to pronounce Mishra with the closed eyes and let go of the breath from both the nostrils. Notice the reverberations around the head. Begin. Take the third round at your own pace, at your comfort. When you are done, exhalation, slowly bring your hands down and sit still in a meditative focus on the space between the brows or at the heart center, deeply connected to the flow of the breath. Conclude your meditation at your own pace whenever you feel ready. Else sit as long as you wish to. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you.